Hey you guys, welcome to this really fast video. Today I just want to show you guys real quick using these two posts how I made my gill nets. And I cranked them out, I made two of them during the show, and I cranked them out in about under an hour for each one, which is pretty fast for a gill net. I've seen people on the show take like multiple days to make them. And there's this particular knot I used that I tested before I went out there. I just made a really small gill net, and just to see if my philosophy was correct, because I've never actually used a gill net in real life because it would be illegal pretty much every place. But in a survival situation, no holds barred, you got to do what you got to do. So this is a good skill to learn. So right now I'm obviously stripping the inner part out of this orange paracord. All these inner strands and this main outer piece. So this outer piece I like to use as the top piece of the net. We're just going to make it like that. Now we need to decide the length that we want. So we're going to say about like that. Looks good to me. Just keep all these in my fingers. Geez, I brought this Swiss Army out here because I thought it had scissors on it, but they're broken off. That works. I don't remember exactly the knot I used on the top during the show, but what I'm going to use here is it would be just one loop like that. I'm sure everybody knows how to tie that knot, and that's good. From there, put it on, put the loop on, and run that end through. And that is the first piece, and that's never going anywhere. So basically you do that all the way across, and keep on rolling. So using time lapse, I'm just going to do that right now. All right, so I'm sure you get that part. Just string those all the way across at the spacing you want. So I'm just going to cut to putting the string across, the horizontal string across. So let's cut a couple of those. I'm going to measure the distance here, something like that. Jeez, now that's a dull Swiss Army. That's so dull, I have to cut to a video.
Your edge, it's not very sharp. It did cut a little bit on the draw slice, slightest. It even pulled it all the way down. Your blade, sir, will cut a little.
Thank you.
You guys turned in incredibly competitive blades. The judges have completed their deliberation. They've made their final decision. Our new Forged in Fire champion is...
Wasn't that just ridiculous? So, basically what I'm going to do is take my horizontal piece, tie one overhand knot, quick knot, boom, got it. So that's one square done. Go to the next one, overhand knot. Done. Next one. Done. And you get the idea. We have 3 full squares done in under a minute. Let's give you a close-up. Draping it across. Simple overhand granny knot, basically. And just keep going like that all the way across. And these are really big squares, but I wanted them. No, I don't really care. I'm not going to use this thing ever. So there's that. You do the same again down here, and as big as you want it. But that is how I made a really fast gill net, and it's a lot stronger than you think it might be, than you would think it would be. I'll show you one more thing. So this is one of my weights that I used. This was on my first gill net, and you can see it's just wire wrapped around with a little bit of a hole there to tie onto, and then you just drape it down. Well, you can't see it, but this is what weighs down the bottom of the gill net. And one thing that's kind of nice is this, having this thick piece on the top really makes it easy. When you get a fish in a gill net, a lot of times they twist and they make a huge mess. But having the top and the bottom be the thick paracord, you can always tell what's going on when you're trying to untangle it. So that's a good strategy. But I mean, you saw my gill net worked really well for being small, really small. So there you have it, a really quick gill net how-to video. And this is not, I don't ever go for perfection a lot of times in survival. I go for what's going to be fast, what's going to be easy, and allow me to keep on grinding. And this gill net was fast. So thanks, you guys. I will see you soon. It'd be awesome if you guys subscribed. There's a dim. About to go hand to hand with that wasp. Yeah, I appreciate you guys watching. I will see you soon in the next one. Many more videos to come.